Alright, I'll show you the deck. Now, I'd like to reinforce, I did try and play the ritual version. It's just not great, guys. I really couldn't get it to work. But anyway, here's what we're rocking. So we've got Double Magician of Faith, which is just target a spell, add it to hand. If you play Goat, you know what this does. It's a great card. And you'll notice we have like triple Book of Moon, 2 Hammer Shots, 2 Lightning Vortex, 1 Dark Magic Attack, Dark Magic Veils, and we've even got some copies of Perform All Power Popper Up, which is the only draw spell you can really play in this format. I was playing 3, but then I wanted to make room for more power spells like Lightning and Hammer Shot. It seems weird to say power spells and then refer to those cards, but anyway. Apprentice Magician. Now, this card is like the core of the deck. I was playing Rod at 3, but it's just not good in this deck. There's nothing to search. Like Dark Magic Attack, you can play like Dedication through Light and Darkness, which I was, but it just ended up being like a brick, and then like everything Rod searches in this build just feels bad. So I've only got the 1 Rod and the 1 search target, which is Dark Magic Attack. And remember, you can recycle that Rod if you do want to, just because like all your spellcasters here are really small attack, and Rod's at least 16, which is a decent number. But anyway, let's get back to Apprentice and why it's so good. So Apprentice Magician here puts counters on stuff, and you'll notice we're playing Breaker. And if you put another counter on Breaker, well, guess what? He can remove a spell counter, target a spell trap, and destroy it. Now, that's not once per turn. You know, you can normal summon Breaker, do the counter thing, pop something. Then you suddenly just flip up this card. It's if this card is summoned, so it's by any measure, whether it's normal, special, or flip. Then flip up, say, Apprentice, and suddenly Breaker gets another counter, and you pop another card. It's great. Now, that's not the only use of this card. When this card is destroyed by battle, you can special summon a level 2 spellcaster. Face down defense. Face down defense is the important part. So naturally, if you've got a really good spell engrave, cool, go for your Magician of Faith, grab it back. If you need to pop something, like if they got a big beater out, cool, go for Old Vindictive Magician and you make a trade. If they've got a lot of weak boys and you can just put out a 2k body, I've got 1 copy of Robe, which isn't that great, but it can summon itself back as well. Obviously, you can't use the effect to summon Dark Magician, but the fact is it's a 2k defense wall. If you activate a spell trap on your opponent's turn and it's in your grave, you can just like summon it out, which is surprisingly decent in a slow format like this, where you do just need to stall a lot of the time to get to your big boys. So anyway, one of our other level 2s is Apprentice Piper, which is flip, special summon a monster from hand, but also its other effect, if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the grave, special summon a monster from hand. So no matter what they do to this card, except if they put it back in the deck, you get to summon. And what you're normally going to want to special summon is your Magician of Dark Illusion, which is acting as one of your Dark Magicians, or your Dark Magician of Chaos, which is acting as your Power Crept Dark Magician. And the cool thing, of course, is when you do special out this card, during the end phase, you'll get to add a spell from your deck to your hand. Earlier, I was playing 3 Torrential Tribute, and it kind of doesn't work with the theme of the deck. You could try it, but yeah, I found it would just wipe my own stuff, and I didn't really want that. And what's better is the Dark Magician of Chaos adds spells, so I just played power spells like Lightning Vortex, Hammer Shot, stuff that just specials for free, Book of Moon. This is the little meme spell in here, but we'll get to that in a bit. So anyway, we've talked about Piper. Next is the 1 Rod. I feel like it's just to get this and that's it. It's not that great. You can definitely cut Rod. I just felt like it's not Dark Magician if I'm not playing it. And the fact that it can recycle itself made me want to play it. Also, Breaker is just an insane normal summon in a format like this. You know people are going to be playing like weird traps and stuff and weird spells. So you just got Breaker to come out as your normal summon and go, hey, get rid of that. And swing for 16, which is a really good number. Or it's a 1900, which is another really good number. Here is our Dark Magician pseudo Dark Magician for the deck. We are playing 3 because we can just like set a Book of Moon, go to the opponent's turn, Book of Moon something, summon him out, and then like we're having a great time. He can also be summoned, of course, off Dark Magic Veil, which is really cool. He can be summoned off the Apprentice Piper as well. So there's a lot of ways to actually get it out, including just its own effect. Dark Magician of Chaos. This one's a little trickier to summon in some aspects, but easier in others. Now, of course, when this card is summoned, you get that spell add back in the end phase now, unfortunately, because of the errata, but hey, it is what it is. So if you do summon this turn 1, I found you don't have a good spell to grab back, or it's like you get to grab back Veil or Popper Up, which isn't that great. So normally what you want to add back with your Dark Magician of Chaos is the Hammer Shot, or the Lightning Vortex, or the Book of Moon even. They're really good targets to add back and just kind of loop your opponent. And yeah, let's get to the ways we summon this. Well, Dark Renewal here is absolutely insane. If you open any of your spellcasters that you can normal with Dark Renewal, you have a confirmed way to this from the deck or the grave. It's insane. So you get to, you know, when your opponent normal or specials, this card sucks by the way, except in this event. When your opponent normals or specials, you target one of those monsters and a spellcaster you control, send both to grave, then target a dark spellcaster then special dark spellcaster from deck or grave. So you're pretty much 99% of the time going to summon this, and it's going to add a spell back as it's summoned. In the end phase it's summoned. So yeah, hopefully you'll have a spell engrave to add back too. It might just have to be Popper Up if, you know, you went first. There's not many spells to use going first, unfortunately. But yeah, I do find that Dark Renewal is actually very good for one, dealing with opponents normal, which are normally going to be pretty good in this format. And two, just turboing out to one of your big boys, and yeah, you're probably going to want the bigger boy. The other thing is he banishes anything he destroys in battle, which is huge because, you know, if people have a way to recur the resources, you're just kind of turning them off because not many cards interact with banish in like a goat format. So the fact that this banishes stuff at battles is pretty big. It's funny because Blue Eyes won't be in the format too, so like, I don't know, there'll be stuff that's stronger than this attack-wise, but this is a very good attack stat for this format. So the other ways you can summon this are obviously dumb stuff like pay 1,000 and boom, summon it from hand or grave, which isn't bad at all, especially if you like send it to grave off popper up to get some draws. It's always good. Here's the other cheesy way we're going to cheese it out, the Chaos Scepter Blast. Now everyone should be running either Breaker or MST in this format, right? Everyone should be. So you're going to set this turn 1 like as your only set card and hope that they just MST it. And this card basically says if you do have a level 8 or higher, so if you do already have the Magician of Chaos out, you can just activate this, banish card on the field face down. Incredible. So if this is a card in your grave when you do summon Dark Magician of Chaos, obviously you're just going to grab it back because it's insane value. But the main point of this is you're going to set it turn 1, and if this card's owner's spell trap zone is destroyed by opponent's card effect, special summon Magician of Black Chaos or a Dark Magician of Chaos, ignoring summoning conditions. So that, of course, is going to summon you this beautiful boy right here. What a sensational card. So yeah, it's a little cheesy, but I think it's going to trick a lot of people, you know? It's like budget waking the dragon, you know? So anyway, let's get into the spell lineup. I feel like I've talked about all of them already. It's pretty straightforward. So we got removal that's searchable kind of, more removal, special summoning, draw power, which could probably play at 3, I just can't pick what to cut. Probably cut one of the Dark Magician guys, to be honest. Triple Book of Moon, triple Chaos Scepter Blast, and triple Dark Renewal. Do I think this is the best Dark Magician deck for the format? Absolutely not. Do I think it's fun and probably the best spellcaster deck you could play for it? Yeah, probably. I'd love to see everyone's ideas. Let me know what you think in the comments. I love these formats because you just get to make these wacky decks and try to, you know, make them viable even though you're playing a bunch of trash cards. The extra deck isn't really important because I have so many level 2s. I just made sure I had a rank 2, and this one has 2200 attack, which is really good, and it has an effect that I'm not even going to read. Another rank 2, Gossip Shadow, which I can't actually make anymore since I cut Rod down to 1, so I should probably put something else in. Rank 4 that can attack directly, a rank 4 that can go to 3k, a rank 4 that can pop something, and banish something and then it swing. We got some rank 7s that this can attack directly and burn. Yeah, we got a Dark Arm rank 7 in here, who would have guessed? I'm teaming up with ya boy. You can attach a material from this card and then target a card your opponent controls, destroy it, and then banish one card from your graveyard. So yeah, super weird effect, and you can't attack the turn you do it, but hey, it's another rank 7, that's easy to make. Cool, we've got the Harmonizer as well. Now once again, I said rank 7 that's easy to make. These are not easy to make. You're only going to make them off your fake Dark Magician guy, and even then, you're probably just going to keep them out for the damage. I did put one Alistair Invoker of Madness, though I don't think there's an actual way to summon it. I thought it would be a strong link too, but it's actually power crept completely by this card, which is 2 effect monsters, and it's 2300 attack. So you know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm actually going to craft another one and just slip that in here. So yeah, if you don't have yourself any Codebreaker Virus Swordsman, please go and make some. It is the best rank 2. 2300 attack rank 2, like I'm not really sure why it exists. It's better in an actual deck with Codebreaker 0 and whatnot to resolve the rest of its effects, but hey, we just see 2300 on a link 2 and we go, nice. I've got the Pentastag, so if your opponent has a bunch of like defense position annoying stuff, maybe like Marshmallows, I think that's a rare, I don't know. You can just poke them for game instead, poke through. We've got one Puzzle Amino, the drop and deleter. He's interesting, he kind of just can remove anything by making his level that and then destroying both of them. I don't know, it's a bit of a situational card, it's also a spellcaster though, so whatever. Man's in here. We've got the broken one, Codebreaker. We've got one Geonator, Transverser. This card's really good because if your opponent doesn't play their zones correctly, you could like swap a shit monster for one of their really good ones. You should probably just play multiples of this, to be honest. It's probably really good. And I do have the one Agave Dragon, which is a link 4 with 3k attack. You're only going to make this if you really need the 3k attack. I just realized I don't have a link 3, and the best one you can probably make is the Triple Burst Dragon, so I am going to slip that in here nice and quick. And you know what, we'll probably get rid of one of our link 2 friends right here. This link 2 seems so good. Maybe we get rid of one of the rank 7s. Should we say goodbye to Dark Arm? I think we say goodbye to Dark Arm. And we put in, we'll put in our third copy of Codebreaker once again. Alright, beautiful. This extra deck looks spicy. You could always play another copy of Geonator Transverser, but I feel like once you resolve it once and do a flip, your opponent's going to play around zones from there, but that's up to you guys. Anyway, this is my deck. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments.